Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of IFF News. And today we have none other than Jaydeep Basu, former AIFF media director. He's with us and he would be sharing his insights regarding the recent developments of Indian football. Firstly, welcome Jaydeep for coming on the show again and I think just enlightening us with your knowledge
Thank
of
you.
Indian football about Indian.
Thank you, Sharon.
Uh,
Thank you. I don't know how much I'll be able to enlighten you, but thank you for for calling me, for inviting me. Tell me.
Sure, so
Tell
definitely.
me.
Jadip, I think coming straight to the point, what we have seen in the recent past, what is going through Indian football. Yesterday, All India Football Federation, clubs, FSDL, they were part of a meeting, and somehow after the meeting there was nothing conclusive to draw after the meeting. What happened, they said that they would be meeting again in 7-10 days time. I would like to know from you, because you have been part of the AFF setup also in some times back, so I want to understand what was the root cause of this problem. Where are we right now, where the clubs have no aim? They have suspended, many of the clubs have suspended their operation till date, and many of the clubs are on the verge of doing it. So, who is responsible for this debacle? Coming straight to the point, Jaideep.
Latest is that I'm sure you know also that 11 clubs have written to the AFF today, requesting the
Yes,
federation to go for the
yes,
um, for the to the Supreme Court for an early verdict or whatever to break this impasse.
yes,
Sharon, your question is that
yes,
who is responsible for this or something like that you asked me.
yes,
What
yes,
has really led to this problem where we are in a position where we may not have the top league of the country. This is these are Sharon, this is a very long reply actually. If you have please have patience to listen to me that
sure,
I
sure,
will
sure,
first
sure.
ask for your the permission, and forgive me if I am too long. Uh, See, this is not one person is responsible for it, or one organization is responsible for it. See, if we go to especially nowadays, football is more played on the social media than on the ground. Things have come to a pass. So if you go to the social media, then the AFF president, Mr. Kallan Chove, has been uh, yeah, is the main culprit. What we get from the social media posts and everything. They are all after him, and rightly they are after him. I'm not trying to defend him or saying that he, but is he alone responsible for it? He is, because he's the AFF president. It is his duty to find out a solution, and and it is certainly his failure that he has allowed this situation to arise. See that this is a 15-year agreement between their marketing partners and AFF is known from 2010. So last 15 years, we knew that it will come to an end after 15 years. So people should have been alert in the last 2 years. This body came in 2022 September. They should have started the process. Actually, they started the process. I remember that in 2024, 2023, I think they held a couple of meetings which with their marketing partners, mainly about the renewal of MRA or whatever, about how to go about the MRA after December 2025. I think they had a couple of meetings. One was in Delhi, one was in Bhubaneswar, if I remember correctly. And then I remember in 2024 January and March, I think, in the first 3 or 4 months, a particular executive committee member wrote two letters urging the president to 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 look into the problem and start the process of the MRA discussion. So, but for whatever reasons best known to them, they kept quiet and nothing happened. So it is definitely a letter was written to Mr. Chaudhary. So he has to answer that why he had kept quiet till March 2000 or February 2025, when there is less than 1 year left for the renewal of the MRA to end. I won't say renewal or whatever for the MRA to the contract coming to an end in December 2025. The what he was doing all these years, the last 2 years, you can't say that he had no time. This is probably the most important factor in running the federation, because you get money out of it and you run you run your 18 tournaments all together, and this money comes very handy for that. Without this money, you cannot run the federation. This is this is as clear as anything. Of course, you get the grant from AFC and the FIFA and also from the ministry, from the government of India, but all put together also you cannot run it if you do not have the sponsorship money. The marketing partners are not paying. So Mr. Chobe is definitely responsible for it. But I have a question to ask here, Simon, which nobody is asking. All of us know that Mr. Chobe's as administrative qualities are not the best in the world. Is not the best in the world. All of us know about it. And that's a known fact. Everybody in the AFF also discusses this. Of course, nobody will tell it on the face of the president, but it is the fact.
Yes.
So, but what about his people? He has a chief executive in Mr. M. Satyanarayana, who was the acting. I think he joined in July or August 2023 as a Deputy Secretary General. So he is there for almost 3 years now. Now he's at the helm of the affairs after Anil Kumar has gone as a Secretary General. He is, of course, as a Deputy Secretary General, has taken over charge and running the show. Has in the 3 years he has written one letter to the President pointing out that this needs to be discussed. As the Chief Executive, has he done it? He has not done it. Let's take about people who were yesterday in the press conference were on the dais. Let's talk about N.A. Harris, the Vice President, the high-profile Vice President of the AFF, a member of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly and a very important member of the AFF. He has his administrative qualities. Otherwise, he wouldn't have reached a position where he has reached. Has he done anything? Has he written a letter? Has he ever reminded? Can he show anyone one mail he has written to the executive members or the president or anybody asking them to consider this, that we should go faster? Who else were there on the dais? Mr. Menla, Menla Ethenpa, who is an executive committee member and a very senior and respectable member. He's the, I think, president of the Sikkim Football Association. He's there in the AFF. I think this is his second or third term as the AFF executive committee member. And he's also the chairperson of the AFF Finance Committee. So he should be, and Mr. Kipa Ajay, treasurer, also was there yesterday.
Yes.
Didn't you know? They should know about AFF Finance more than anyone else, if you go by the rule book, isn't it?
Correct.
Didn't they know? Did they apprise the president? Did they write one letter? In one meeting, did they raise this topic that this has to be done as fast as possible? No. So AFF, entire AFF was just laid back, completely laid back. And if they can always come back and say that president never told us anything, but that doesn't exonerate you from not performing the duty you had to do, because you are holding positions and positions of power, positions of importance.
Okay.
Now, Sayam, you come back to their marketing partners also. Marketing partners also knew about it. Why did they keep quiet till March or January or February and then only started the process? Why they maintained a complete silence till January, February 2025? That means what? They were planning. They were, I don't know what is there in their mind. Or they were, maybe marketing partners were thinking, if we get into the last moment, then we will have an advantage. Because AFF is keeping quiet. In March, AFF had an opportunity. As per the agreement, they could have given a tender notice, bid notice, that if there are any other party who are interested, they can bid for it. So at least they would have known then on how much water they were spending. But their marketing partners also kept quiet. They were perhaps playing the advantage game. And now, thirdly, you come to the clubs. Now clubs are asking for a meeting. Then after the meeting, they are now asking them to go to the court and everything. They didn't know about it. They also knew about it. And when they're in trouble, what the first thing the clubs do? Most of the clubs say we will suspend the youth activities.
Yes.
Isn't it very unfortunate
Very
that a
unfortunate.
top
Very
Indian club first casualty is their youth development? Isn't it a shame?
sure.
Overall, you look at it, isn't it a
Definitely.
shame?
Definitely.
And then they what they do? They stop operation. Everybody knew that it doesn't happen. There could be 1,500 or 500 people could be out of job, could be in trouble, including players, coaches, support staff, and so many other staffs are involved in the ISL and other tournaments. So that means everybody was playing a waiting game. Everybody was trying to take things to their own advantage. Is it? Should we reach a conclusion like that? You tell me. See, I
Yes.
am
Yes.
nobody. I'm outside. I'm only looking at things. I am not privy to any information. I don't talk to anyone. Whatever little I get to know from people like you, and or through newspapers and websites and social media and all these things. But it gives me an impression that nobody was actually looking for the development of the game or the continuation of the game. They were looking for the situation so that they can take advantage of it. And
Correct.
AFF is completely laid back. AFF has proved themselves incompetent, completely incompetent. They are saying they will sell the what they are saying they will. Okay, I will come to that later. That is also even a laughable proposal rather. If you bifurcate, if you postmortem it, you will laugh at it. I
Uh,
think
ja-
this replies to your question that who are responsible. So don't blame one person, blame the entire lot.
I think we can sum it up that grocery store is not a problem of one grocery store. Actually, it's a problem of whole other spectrum.
That is fun. That what I write is fun out of
Yes, yes, yes.
nothing else. But at the moment, I'm telling you telling you the facts. You
Yes, yes.
consider
I
this.
think
What I do.
yes, yes. I think it has a very valid point. I think all the stakeholders are to be blamed for this in this debate. All the stakeholders who are part of it. I think only except East Bengal, Mohun, all the clubs, barring these two clubs, all the clubs have requested to go to the court. What I've heard, 11 of the clubs, barring East Bengal and Mohun, these two clubs, they decided not to go, but other clubs were part of that movement. Jaydeep, coming to another part of this discussion, I think we already discussed that there are problems. We are not clear about what is the future of Indian football is. Our league has not started, and it's in a mess right now. Now here what we see is that Federation president says that we will be having Super Cup in next 5 6 weeks. This is a plan. Some clubs have wanting some time for to prepare for it. So I just wanted to understand: is it possible to organize Super Cup such a short notice, where many of the clubs have not started the preseason itself, and they have not signed? Many clubs have not signed because we generally talk to many agents and all. They said that all the signings have been put on hold. All the signings. So how would they organize a tournament in next 5 6 weeks? Do you think it's feasible in next 5 6 to Super Cup to be held at least as a stopgap tournament?
Put it straight. It is yet another Mr. Chauvet's hoaxes. It's a complete hoax. They can hold it. You can always hold it. If you say I will hold it, but who will play it? If you do not, clubs have clearly said, and rightly so, they have said that unless you make it clear that when the ISL will be held, the league will be held. Otherwise, why should we make the team? Of course, that they are very right about it. And what about the I League? You need 4 I League clubs also. I League, so you do not know what is happening to the in the I League. In this all this confusion, nobody has asked that when the I League will start. When the I League will start, in the confusion, nobody has asked this question. And we are still not sure who have relegated from the I League. You have top four teams generally who play in the Super Cup. None of these top four teams have raised their teams so far, because there is no guarantee whether the I League will be played at all or not if ISL is not played. So it is very
And
easy to say I will hold the Super Cup. It is very easy to say that our league will happen. How league will happen? If if nobody is believing you, that's why they have given a letter that's saying that let us go to the court and find out what exactly is happening. There are valid reasons for it. Look at AFF's capabilities. Even last 2 years, you have to appreciate the AFF's marketing partners. They left the rights of most of the properties. They gave you Santosh Trophy. They gave you I League 2, I League 3. They gave you IWL. Most and all the NSFs, National Football Championships, Age Group Championship, men and women. They left the rights of everything. Every right they gave it to the marketing partners gave it to AFF. AFF couldn't sell even one. One they sold, that is the I League, for 2.5 crores. That was, and that money is also now I read in the newspapers that that is also not coming. That is also in some problem, trouble. That's what I read. I don't know how much it is true, how much of it is true. So
yes, yes, yes.
when you have so much, when your marketing partners for the last 2 years gave you opportunities to sell your products, they would take 25% out of it, which is okay. You have not been able to sell even one product so far, and you are saying that we will hold a league. What kind of league? What league? And there is no clarity on what kind of league. Nobody has even given a proper blueprint of what is the league, when it will be held, what is the format, who are the teams playing. Nothing. So
So Jadip, what I what my assumption of I would like to validate from you. My assumption is that I think people may try to improve this game, but I think the capability issue is somewhat it's one of the detrimental factor in these cases. I think capable
who are the
people.
people trying to? Yeah, continue, please. Please continue. Yeah.
No, that I wanted to understand. Do you think these people are not capable? I think they may have good, honest intentions, but I think that there is a capability gap, and that is causing to this debacle.
Ah, can you just explain the entire thing? Matlab, who you are trying to?
No, I'm
If they
trying to
have
say
good
the
intention,
president, and all. Mr. President, I'll only concentrate on Mr. President because he's the captain of the ship. So I would rather pinpoint him. I think what comes out to in media is that he may be having some intention to improve the game, but I somehow don't think that he is knowledgeable enough to carry out this AIFF president's role. That the lack of capability is an issue. What we find out, what generally there's in media there's a saying that there's a huge capability gap right now in presence of AIFF president, because previously we had Praful Patel, who was a very influential character in Indian politics. Then we have before that there was Priyaranjan Dasmunshi, who was also a very influential, but somehow Mr. Kalyan Chobesh falls short in that way. Do you think that way? I just want to understand from you. I mean, you have a very you have seen all of Indian football, so there's no better person to
see,
ask
not
this question.
Saya, not being influential a person is no crime. If you have good intention, you can always do things. You have people with you. You are not alone. You have an entire executive committee with you. And you can always pick up the better people in this to ask them to do the job. But that is somewhere is lacking. It is not a matter of who was more influential. Doesn't matter. Those who are more influential, you named, I'm not sure how much good they have done to Indian football. That also I can say. I can speak 1 hour on it, that how they spoiled the game at some point of time on some issues. So it is also like AFF marketing partners. If there is a, see, let's be very frank, in Indian football circle, especially within the circle of the AFF, there is a strong feeling, which a lot of people also say, that their AFF's marketing partners are too arrogant, and they think that they run the game. It's not the AFF runs the game. They run the game. I don't know whether it is right or wrong. I don't know, but that feeling is there. And if there is a feeling around, that is because of the previous regime. And I think the committee under Mr. Patel gave them too long a rope on certain things, which has taken things to this pass. But again, coming back to your question, yes, when you have to negotiate with them, you have to talk with them, or you have to find out some other marketing partners or whatever to bring money to the game and run the game. And to run the game, that it shouldn't be a position where activities will come to a standstill. It's a stalemate at the moment. In that way, Mr. Chove is certainly an utter failure so far. He's an utter failure. He's an, what I say, unmitigated disaster.
Jaydeep, one thing I want to add is, you just pointed out one thing, that executive committee, technical committee, many people are there in part of it. There are people in giving advice to Mr. President. We see that when the coach is selected, that people come up with their advice, and that proves very influential. But another interesting turn of events is that today CAFA Nations Cup have announced that India would be part, and they have made their fixtures available, and they have said that India is part, and in their official website they have made this very announcement there. But one interesting find is that our coach was announced 8 days back on the 1st of August. Till now, today we are discussing this on 8th of August, and till now, the coach has not come up not given any statement regarding his appointment, and he's saying that he's very focused regarding Jamshedpur's campaign in Durand. So, are we heading to another disaster regarding selection of coach? Because if we are playing the game in 29th and coach has not selected his pool of players and playing tough opponents like Tajikistan, Iran, very tough opponents compared to the standard we play in. So, do you think this is another debacle? I think people are not noticing it much into, but there are probability this could also turn out to be a debacle decision. But I want to understand from you. People are saying like this.
Before we come to that point, I think we will also talk about previously what we were talking for a minute before I come to your point. Because we only discussed about the problems. We couldn't discuss about how it could be solved. I think this is the best process the clubs have taken. They have asked the AFF to go to the court and and uh, and request the apex court that if they give the constitution and the verdict to faster, then it would be better for us, better for Indian football to start moving again. That's the best decision, best suggestion to make. Let us see how AFF takes it. There are some quarters of saying that AFF is reluctant to go to the court and ask for the constitution on a fast track basis. Some people are saying, I'm not sure about it. But if it is so, that will be very unfortunate. But I hope AFF will go. And now coming back to this coach, I think the coach will be appointed tomorrow. Of course, it has taken almost almost a week. It happened last Friday, and today is another Friday. So I think it's now 7 days, which of course gives you what actually is going on. People are definitely will keep asking. Will have started asking, but I think. As far as I know, I think the coach has agreed to take a 2+1 year contract. And after today, I think Jamshedpur is playing against Ladakh or somebody. I think they are playing against, Jamshedpur is playing today, JFC is playing today.
Yes,
and tomorrow, I think the coach.
Playing today.
Yeah. So tomorrow, coach will sign the contract and send it to AFF. So I think that uh, that what you said that is over. I think that
The
part is
CAFA
over.
Nations Cup, we'll have our coach with us. We'll have the coach with us, and
I can't
he
get
would
you.
select a
I
pool
can't
of
get you.
players.
I can't get you.
So, coach would be there with us for the CAFA Nations Cup. So there was a people were in doubts because only 20 days late for the event, and we don't have our team, we don't have our coach. He was selected 8 days back, but there was nothing communicated except his appointment that he is appointed as the next Indian coach. And
See,
what we
definitely.
heard,
Yeah, tell me.
definitely. What you please continue, Radha, what you were saying. You just
I
add the
think I
points.
think it will be solved tomorrow. The problem will be solved tomorrow. I think so. Of course, everybody is late. Then it could have done it. Should maybe it would have been done in little earlier. Than this JFC Durand Cup playing in between has also created a bit of confusion because coach is of course very focused with the Durand Cup at the moment. He should be. He's the registered coach of JFC in this tournament. So I think it will be over tomorrow, but I don't know that how fast the new coach will be able to name his support staff and his probables and everything because this year the players have not played, so he will be picking up his probables of team on the basis of last year's performance maybe mostly because
Correct.
except a few clubs, nobody is playing in the Durand Cup also. So he has a
Yeah,
no he has no chance of opportunity. He doesn't have an opportunity to look at the players also. So,
correct.
but it happened last year also when Manolo also had to Manolo also had to pick up the team initially based on the performance of the previous season. So it's part of that what to do. But I think tomorrow the AFF, I am hoping they will make an announcement on the coach. This is
Okay, that's
I'm
very.
not sure about it,
Yeah,
but that's what I
okay.
I get to know that they may be
Got it.
tomorrow announcing the coach.
Jaydeep, coming to the last part of the discussion, I think we have discussed this part that clubs right now are in they are in a very negative shade of thinking. They are thinking that how would they manage this and how this is. Many of the clubs have stopped their operations. Jaydeep, do you see this league happening? As in, means you have seen the ups and downs of Indian football for a long time now, and do you see this league happening? Because many of the people's livelihood, because people are not discussing this, because many of the people's livelihood is directly linked to this operation of this league, who are with Indian football. So, do you think this league will at least happen? And if FSDL goes, do we have any option left to invest so much in Indian football? Do you have any other people who will come in and invest? That is again a very big factor. I mean, that is one of the reason marketing partners are taking advantage of it. What we generally think is that because people because they know that if I go also nobody will come to promote this game. Nobody else would come to promote this beautiful game in this nation. I just want to understand from you, Zada.
See, I think to part of your question, I would say the league will happen on this league will happen or not. I only hope it happens. I think it will happen. There are so many players, so many teams. You just cannot just close shop and shut down the your shutters and operations and go for a holiday or for a long sabbatical, 6 month sabbatical. It cannot happen. The season must go on. And secondly, if you ask me, I'm not sure whether league will happen or not. I cannot confidently tell you that league will happen or league will not happen. None of us, I think, are in a position, even though those who are playing and those who are running the league also, they are also not in a position because situation is so vulnerable at the moment. But I can tell you one thing, Indian football will go on, albeit in a more maybe in a may not be so much of pomp and gaiety which we get to watch while playing the ISL and all, which is good. I'm not criticizing it, which is good. We may not be able to do it in that way. But Indian football will not stop. It's too big a game, and Indian football is too deep rooted. It will take its own course correction and it will go on. So, if nobody should think that they are indispensable, nobody should think they are indispensable. However powerful they are, however rich they are, however influential they are, doesn't matter. It's a game which brings a lot of joy to people, and people will play it. And Indian football will go on. This much I am pretty confident about. That's all. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Jaydeep. I think giving a, I think lastly you nicely summed it up that Indian football will go on, and I think, and hearing from you, I think who has seen the ups and downs of Indian football for a long, long time, I think it's a nice way to end this show because we were in this dark cloud, but at last, when you said this word that Indian football must go on, I think that is the catch line of this whole podcast. Thank you, Dada, for your time and sharing your valuable insights about Indian football as always. Thank you. Do join us
Thank
in our live stream. Do like, share, and subscribe IFF News, and do follow us in Twitter. We'll meet you tomorrow. Till then, bye from our side. Thank you. Thank you all.